members of the Justine Dream Team. Today I'm going to be showing you my step-by-step how to teach your horse to jump at liberty. Now this will also be Holly's actual progress from whenever I taught her, because for the most part all of these videos are shot in chronological order. Oh, big word. Now, I must put this disclaimer out there that I am not a professional trainer. This is just how I taught Holly, and it worked pretty well for her, so I'm hoping it will work well for you if you're looking to do the same thing. Now, I know there are tons of ways to train horses, so this is just one out of the many. The way I used was with a bit of positive reinforcement and treat training. So without further ado, let's get training. To start off, I would say it's important that your horse is all good with lunging, because if your horse isn't willing to stay with you when they're connected by a lunge line, they most likely won't choose to stay with you at liberty. The first step is getting them to follow you at a walk at liberty. So you can take away the lead rope and just start walking, and then when they follow you, reward them with the treat. Now you don't want your horse to get pushy with treats. This is so important. Make sure you have a solid foundation of teaching your horse how to properly accept and act around treats when they're offered and used. I like to feed very plain, non-sugary treats for training to not get them hyped up about them too much. If your horse starts to get pushy, do not continue. No fun liberty exercise is worth continuing when your horse's basic manners are declining. Go back to the basics when this happens before it becomes an issue. Once they're all good at following you at a walk and respect your space, try adding in some speed. You can start by adding vocal cues like clicking and body cues like moving at a faster pace. All of these together should get your horse to speed up to follow you, and when they do, reward them with a treat. These can start out slow and short, and mostly what you'll need for free jumping is to trot at liberty. Now, I did get on the other side of the fence to make sure she would be out of my space when we canter. I feel that it's good to canter them at this stage to make sure they're engaged and want to follow you. But the canter won't truly be necessary when you're in an arena together free jumping, which is why it's okay to have the fence to separate us just as a precautionary measure. As you can see in this clip, even though she didn't speed up to stay with me, I still rewarded her for following me. Now, if she continued to not have any speed, I would evaluate if she's tired and ready to be done. If she was, I'd stop and continue another day. If I could tell she's just not doing it simply because she doesn't want to and was repeatedly ignoring my cues to go faster, I'd add more encouragement with my voice and energy on my part and wouldn't reward until she speeds up. After I get some speed, even if it's a little trot, I will reward and then continue another day. When you start to introduce jumps, you want to make sure your horse is willing to follow you even when you have a lead rope on. If your horse just stops at the base and doesn't follow you over them, add more encouragement and make sure not to get too far ahead of them. Then just keep walking over them a lot. Once they continually follow you over them, try to do the same thing but at liberty. It can help to show them the treat, stick your hand out, and have them follow it. Then reward once they finished walking over it. After that, you can try coming up to the jumps at a trot while you're still holding on to them. Now it's time to actually try jumping at liberty. Start low. At first, hold on to them, get them going, and then let go a few steps out while still keeping up with them. Again, reward once they jump. You can add verbal cues such as jump on takeoff and a rewarding word or sound that lets them know they did the correct thing and a treat is coming. I do this once they land. After your horse starts to get comfortable, try releasing your hold sooner. Once they continue to improve with that, I may only tap their halter to get them listening, and then you can try to go completely hands-free liberty. Now, refusals may happen, especially because they are jumping at liberty and they're free to choose. However, I don't just ignore the refusals and keep going. No matter what stage our progress is at, I don't like for her to refuse an action more than twice, because you definitely don't want to make it a habit. Maybe the first time it was just a double take or error. After trying again and she refuses the second time, I know she was refusing the jump itself. So I lowered it and made it simpler and provided a lot of energy encouragement. Then once she does it, I just end on a good note once things are back to a level I knew she was already comfortable with. In this clip, you can see a mistake I made on my part. I started to add energy when she wasn't even lined up facing the jump. Therefore, she started trotting and just trotted past it. Next time, I made sure to line her up properly so she knows to go over the jump. And there you go. By the end, you have put together a free jump at Liberty. Give yourself a round of applause. Now, with all of the stages, you can absolutely start with a halter and lead rope if you feel like your horse needs that extra bit of guidance. And please, whenever you are directly handling a halter without a lead rope, you only really need a really light touch, maybe like a little pinch of the strap or just 3 fingers on the back of it, pushing your horse forward. Please do not grab and wrap your hand around the entire strap, because that is very, very dangerous. You want to stay very safe when handling a halter like that. So just be very light and very cautious. And again, this was just the way I taught Holly. By no means am I a professional trainer or do Liberty as my main thing. This is simply what we tried and what I found worked for Holly. And with that, that's really all. If you guys do go out and try this, first of all, be safe. Second of all, if you use this video to help you along, please send me videos of you and your horse Liberty jumping. I would love to see them. I think it's so cool. I hope you have very happy holidays. Thank you for watching. Join me next time. Go out there and dream, believe, achieve. Bye. Goodbye. Shot you with love.